There comes a moment when you no longer crave closure, no explanations, no apologies, no conversations, only peace. Forgiveness, in its truest Zen form, is not about making things right with others, it's about making peace within yourself. When you forgive someone silently and choose never to speak to them again, you're not being cold. You're being conscious. You're realizing that peace is not built through confrontation, it's born through understanding. This teaching may sound harsh to the mind, but it is the deepest act of compassion for the soul. In this lesson, we'll explore the Zen wisdom behind forgiving people in silence, and why walking away without anger is not weakness, but mastery. The true meaning of silent forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as reconciliation. People think that forgiving means going back to how things were, but Zen teaches something different. In silence, forgiveness is not an external gesture, it's an internal release. It's saying, I free my mind from this attachment, not because you deserve it, but because my spirit deserves peace. The greatest illusion is believing that peace depends on fixing others. When someone wrongs you, they leave a wound, but when you keep revisiting that wound through argument, resentment, or revenge, you prevent it from healing. Zen wisdom teaches, let go of the poison, even if the one who gave it never apologizes. Silent forgiveness is not about pretending nothing happened, it's about accepting that it did, and deciding that it no longer controls your energy. When you stop seeking validation for your pain, you rise above it. When you stop explaining why you're hurt, you reclaim your power. When you stop speaking about what broke you, you stop reliving it. Forgiving in silence doesn't mean indifference. It means understanding that the noise of revenge only keeps the chain of suffering alive. Why you don't owe anyone your words. In Zen philosophy, silence is not emptiness, it's presence. When you choose silence after being wronged, you are choosing stillness over chaos. People often ask, why not confront them? Why not tell them what they did? Because words rarely heal minds that aren't ready to listen. The ego thrives on conflict. It wants to win, but the awakened soul wants to be free. When you go quiet, you starve the ego, both yours and theirs. You remove their control over your emotions. You no longer feed their drama with your energy. True strength lies in the ability to walk away quietly. Not with bitterness, but with clarity. Zen wisdom says, do not seek justice from the blind, or truth from those lost in illusion. Sometimes silence is not punishment, it is protection. It protects your peace, your mind, and your path. You own no one your energy once you've understood their intentions. You own no one your voice once your heart has found stillness. Walking away in silence doesn't make you cold-hearted, it shows that your heart has matured beyond explanation. The power of detachment in forgiveness. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It's remembering without suffering. Zen detachment is not apathy, it's mastery over attachment. Every pain, betrayal, or disappointment is a test of attachment. When you hold on, you suffer. when you let go, you transform. Forgiving in silence is an act of detachment from ego expectations, the expectation that others will see their mistakes, the expectation that they will feel remorse, the expectation that they will change. But when you expect, you tie your peace to their growth. Zen teaches, do not wait for others to awaken before you choose peace. Silent forgiveness cuts that spiritual cord. It says, I release you, not because it's easy, but because I'm done being your prisoner. Detachment doesn't mean running from people, it means freeing yourself from their grip on your emotions, it means not reacting, it means not explaining. It means not holding inner debates about right or wrong. When you forgive in silence, you no longer carry the weight of their energy, you allow your soul to breathe again, you free your thoughts from replaying conversations that ended long ago. You finally stop needing closure, because you've become your own closure. The Zen path of emotional freedom. In Zen, emotional freedom comes through inner stillness. It's not about fixing feelings but dissolving the illusion that feelings define you. Forgiving in silence leads to emotional independence. When you forgive quietly, your peace no longer depends on someone's apology. You don't wait for them to acknowledge your worth. You already know it. The silent forgiver doesn't fight battles in their mind anymore. They understand that resentment is self-punishment. Holding anger is like gripping a burning coal, expecting the other person to feel the burn. Zen teaches that emotions lose power when not fed by thought. By staying silent, you stop feeding the story. By not explaining, you stop giving it energy. By not reacting, you stop identifying with pain. And that's where liberation begins. Forgiving in silence rewires your inner energy. It turns pain into awareness. It transforms reaction into wisdom. It turns wounds into lessons. You begin to see that forgiveness isn't something you do, it's something you become. You become peace, you become light, you become untouchable. Why forgiveness doesn't require reconnection. Many people think that forgiveness must end with reconciliation. That once you forgive, you must speak again. But Zen reveals a deeper truth: forgiveness can exist without reconnection. Forgiveness cleans your soul, reconnection reopens the gate. Sometimes the lesson is not to reopen it. The same energy that broke your peace may not deserve to return to it. Forgiving in silence means you've completed the karmic cycle, you've learned what that person was sent to teach, you've accepted the lesson and moved on. The connection was a mirror, showing you what still needed healing inside you. Once you learn, the mirror breaks. Forgiveness without reconnection is like releasing a bird that once bit your hand. You don't wish it harm, you just know it doesn't belong in your cage anymore. Zen says, release them with love, but never chase the energy that once destroyed your calm. Forgiving and staying silent is the art of walking away without hate, guilt, or vengeance. It's not cutting off, it's ascending beyond the frequency that once held you. The spiritual reward of silent forgiveness. When you forgive in silence, your energy rises, you become untouchable to negativity, you radiate peace that cannot be disturbed by chaos. Karma operates through vibration. Holding grudges keeps your vibration low. Letting go elevates your spiritual frequency. Forgiving someone silently is like clearing dust from a mirror. You see your reflection again. You remember who you are, pure awareness, not pain. And life begins to shift. People who match your peace begin to appear. Opportunities that align with your calm start to unfold. You stop repeating painful cycles because you've learned the lesson through understanding, not reaction. In Zen, forgiveness is not about others at all, it's about returning to your natural state of balance. When you forgive quietly, the universe responds loudly. Your silence echoes strength. Your detachment attracts clarity. Your peace becomes magnetic. The transformation that follows. Once you master the art of forgiving silently, you'll feel a shift. The mind becomes lighter, the heart becomes free, the past loses its pull. You begin to see that nothing truly belongs to you, not people, not apologies, not explanations, only your energy is yours. Those who once hurt you lose their power because you stopped feeding their image in your mind. You stop reacting to their memory. You stop wishing they'd see your value. You already know it. You begin to understand that forgiveness is freedom, freedom from stories, freedom from pain, freedom from the need to be right. Zen whispers, when you no longer seek justice, you become justice itself. Your calm presence becomes your victory, your silence becomes your statement, your peace becomes your revenge. The highest form of forgiveness is not spoken, it's lived. It's when your soul says, I wish you peace, and your path says, but you can no longer walk beside me. That is divine maturity, that is the quiet revolution of self-mastery. Forgiving people in silence and never speaking to them again is not cruelty, it is wisdom. It is the art of choosing inner harmony over outer chaos. It is the moment your soul declares, I will not carry what is no longer mine. And that is when everything begins to align, because forgiveness is not the end of something, it's the return to yourself. If this message touched your spirit, remember, peace begins with silence, and healing begins with letting go. Share this teaching with someone who needs to hear it, and may your silence always speak louder than words.